My coach learned me, listen to your heart, go inside, go inside. All the other things are not important. You are important. And I speak with Dominic, especially by the speech. I'm not your coach. I support you. I'm only a supporter. And all what you win and what you get, you are the star, you are working, and you must bring the result. This is the target. And then other people are coming and said, no, money is important, this is important, this is important. And if you look to this situation, you see suddenly this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way. He needs more energy for all these things, and he lost the balance. Dominic is, by the first success, going in the newspaper and told me in the plan, nobody is writing about me. He beat, for example, the number 10 in the world, in this time a Russian guy. And nothing is standing in the newspaper. And I said, Dominic, if you win more, this is your goal. If you win more, the newspaper is coming to you, not you to the newspaper. The situation is a complete another situation if the guys have a lot of money. Then you shouldn't never change a winning team. But the father and the mother had in his head, looks like Resnik also, now there's a complete better trainer in America, in China. And he had a complete winning team. Before. And so, yeah, I was disappointed that he changed his complete team.
Tell me about cold water and how you learned about cold water.
Yeah, I was 30, 40 years all the time outside. I'm living outside with my soldiers, complete. Not by special troops. You must ask a Navy SEAL, what do you think about cold water? He said, I have cold water all the time. All the time.
When do we know when to give of ourselves as the supporter, the coach? When do we know when to give our mind, heart, spirit, time? When do we know to give that?
All the time. So if I was working with a guy, he knows I give all. I give my best and all. If another guy is coming who will be better, he should take him.
This is Sifu Slim, and I'm with Sepp Resnik, and we're going to talk about some very special things about life. And I'll let Sepp introduce himself and tell us a little bit about his journey in life.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Joseph Resnik. Alabama 3 times, double Ironman. I was under the best 3 in the world. Then I was by the triple Ironman 3 times in Grenoble. And then I make the longest triathlon on earth, because they want to make a triathlon the first 4 times in Amsterdam. And then I said I make 20 times from Hawaii. I swim from Africa to Europe. And then I was going with my bike 4,000 kilometers to Salzburg. And then I was running at home 15 days and nights. And then I see I can do that. So 10 hours working, 2 break, 10 hours working, 2 break on the street. And then I was going 3 times around the world with my bike, from here to here.
When you were in the military, you did this?
Yeah. Yeah, I was working hard that I can, so at first time in 80 days around the world, then in 65 days around the world, and then for the Pope, 61 days. He asked me, the Vatican asked me that I can do that for a good thing, and we get $230 million for Polio Plus.
Polio?
Polio Plus. And
For vaccines?
Presidents are doing with us.
Was that for vaccines for the poor countries?
Ja, genau. For this thing, and then I was 52, and then I finished. I write any books and all other things.
You did write books?
Yeah.
Do you have a website?
Ja, brauchst nur Sepp Resnik.
Sepp Resnik?
Brauchst nur go inside and you see all. I have in this all.
I'll look that up.
And now I make the hardest race on earth, Lauf. You know Kitzbühel, die Streif. I make a run up and down. And all the money we give talents, they didn't have money and we give there.
You did this already?
Yeah.
The Kitzbühel
Now
Streif?
the vierte Mal. 3 times we
Three
make
times.
it. And so in this year, October the 12th, you see all inside, we make the 4 times.
Are you still training?
Yeah, klar.
Always?
No, I'm the organizer.
What do you do for yourself for training?
I have a lot of accidents. They would cut 2 legs because a car is going over me and take your normal things. Yeah, now I'm 71 and I'm happy.
So you were you on your bicycle when you were hit by a car?
I have all my bicycles from all these things at home in a museum. That's it. Now, because I trained all the day, young talents in a special place, every day from 8 o'clock, so 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock. They are coming from, they are very, very good talents. Ice hockey, have great accidents. They are between 13 and 15 years old. The parents didn't have money and they are coming to me and we trained. I help all these guys.
Are you saying 3 hours every morning or more than 3 hours? 6 to 9 means 6 in the morning
No, in the evening.
till 9 at night.
In the evening,
You do that 5 days per week?
yeah. And they make competitions in her sport at the weekend. I was going with my wife there and look about that, and yeah, we have a very good life. The balance is existing. I'm coming from Styria, especially from a small town. The name is Feldbach, and I'm now in Vienna, and I'm 71 years old. You're welcome.
So you were you a sportsman when you were young, Joseph?
Yes, I make sport all the time, especially 3 times in my little town, because otherwise it was not possible. This was soccer, football, judo, and sometimes I was going athletics. This is my life. Was a beautiful life from 3 years till 10, because I trained 3 professional sports every day.
For yourself or other people?
Not only for me, because I was every time, if I was young, the smallest, the slowliest, and I think I didn't have a great talent, but my heart wants to train every day, and I do that. I love that.
So you mean fitness training and sports specific training?
No, fitness training is coming at the end of my life, because otherwise I won't win. I won't win for myself in my sport. I do that, and I do that all the time in national teams and all other competitions.
So when you were 12 years old, what were you like as a person?
I like not wrong human beings.
Not doing bad things to other people?
Not bad things, because in sport you must in front of discipline, make discipline, hard work all the time, and I have every day a goal or a target, and that I won't finish that. Well, and so I make all the time sport.
So did you have a good mentor, like a coach or an uncle or a father, somebody helping you when you were 12 develop as a young man and a young athlete?
Now, if I was young, there were nobody, but the love of my grandma helped me about all the bad things, because my father can't understand me, because nobody make judo in my
Small area?
small area, and I make judo. He don't know what is a kimono. If I'm coming to him and I said, please, I need a kimono, what is that? He couldn't understand, but in a short time I was the best in Austria in this sport. And this was my problem. I will be better and better and better all the time. If I was 9 years, I win against 4,000 kids in athletic, gold medal, because I was so poor that I must go to the competition with the bicycle from my mother. It was too great. I was standing and I go 60 kilometers to the championship. But I make gold, and I was going home, and my grandma was happy.
So you rode your bicycle to the judo competition. Was this in the
Athletic.
Athletic. What does that mean?
Turnen. Athletic is salto and all these things, yeah.
Oh, everything. You did
Yeah.
an athletic competition. Did you do many events or one particular event, like
No, many events.
many events?
I make every weekend events,
So,
because I make judo, I make athletic, and play soccer.
wow. Multi-sport athlete. When you did to athletic, did you do decathlon or did you do running or jumping in the
No, not this athletic. Turnen, you know what I mean? Stand up with the hands and this, and salto rückwärts,
Oh, okay.
and these things. Turnen. I don't know what is the word.
I have to look it up. It's
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
dictionary. I'll look that up. Torna.
Yeah.
Okay, and so after this, you're doing school.
Yeah.
You're doing school,
Yeah.
and you're doing sports, and you're doing athletics. You're doing judo, and then what happened when you're 18 years old?
18 years, yeah. 18 is too much. If I was 16,
16.
I know I was not very good in the school. School time was not very good, because I was clever, smart, all these things, but sport was important for me. And so, second year, I see the school time. If I was 16, I win some competitions, and I think about my life, I must find a special work. I go to the army.
How old?
17. If I was 17, for the paper I have 47 kilo, and was 150 centimeter great. So, but if I was going to the army, I see a paper, special force in the army. For the people, 500 people want to go there. They must go to a competition, and this kind of work finished between 15 and 70 people after 1 year, every year. I was 1 year later one of them, and so I see military special in the highest level. I saw parachuting and mountain climbing and shooting and all these things. Then I was 18. If I was 18, I get a contract as a soccer professional football player. I get a Mercedes flat and a lot of money, and I was going to the Bundesliga as a professional. But by the training, a friend said to me, "You are a stupid man because you didn't have a high school or other things." And so I think only any seconds, and I tell him and the coach, he had right. I stop my career, I give it all back, and I go to school once more.
Age 20?
Yeah, till 20. And so after that I make the Abitur, Matura.
High school diploma or college?
No, bachelor.
Bachelor.
And I go to the military academy, and I was 4 years later officer, lieutenant. And so...
Was that hard work, those 4 years?
24-hour school. And this was my point of view. I learned a coach. He was world champion in military pentathlon and was the chief.
Military pentathlon?
Pentathlon. I make it in the national team 12 years. And he trained with me 40 years. And we are best friends now ever. And he was the chief of mountain climbing in Austria and was the chief from the complete military sport in Austria.
What was special about this man?
What you heard of me is from him. He was looking tolerant all over the normal things. He's looking everyday solutions, and he see me running and doing what I do, and he's coming to me and said, "You are a talent. If you want, I trained with you all the time, every day." And the hardest thing for me was to learn and study and trained for international limits, a hard training. And so we are coming to the complete, for me, new direction. He told me, "This is not possible to train with you normal, with all the other guys. You must every day learn. You must do what you can, but Every day we train from 19 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning. If you want to be international level.
What time in the morning?
5 o'clock.
Start 5 o'clock?
Now, start 19 o'clock after the school, through the night.
All night?
All night. And Saturday and Sunday competitions.
When do you sleep?
I sleep during the training, Turnsaal, in a special room on the floor. He's coming and said, now you have a break, 2 hours, you can sleep. I slept, and then we trained complete normal.
In 24 hours, how much hours of sleep were you getting?
Between 2 and 4 hours, not more. Because my coach said, if you want to be good, you mustn't sleep. Work.
So there's a famous American football player, black man,
Yeah.
about my age. His name is Herschel Walker. He do 1 meal a day. Nobody tell him to do this. He did 1 meal a day, and he only sleep 4 hours. His body is so good in fitness and in running and martial arts and football that he said, I only need 4 hours. My body recovers, and then I do schoolwork, and I do training. He's the only man I heard about who does the minimal sleeping hours until I meet.
Now the second.
You're the second, but
Huh?
maybe there's many more that I don't hear about.
I can't believe that sometimes the people want to make an international career, and now they ask me what can I do that I will be better. But on the top level by all these people, I see they are going the wrong way. They have only 10 years that they can work on the top level, and they didn't give all what is possible. For example, 18 o'clock they finished the day because all the people didn't work between 8 and 12 o'clock. But if I want to be an Olympic champion, I must take this time also.
The word balance is something that
Yeah.
I am programmed not to be a top athlete in the world, but I am designed by the Creator to be a balanced man, like the medicine man of the tribe of Native Americans, the Indians. I'm the medicine person you come to when you have friction, you have problem with your health, problem with your mind, problem with direction. That's who I am. So I understand the extreme people who have the abilities like Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal and Dominic Thiem. They have all of this ability and they train to an excessive level, and sometimes they break down. Commonly, these people break down. They travel, they go from airplane to hotel to publicity with a video to wife to all events. Every minute of every day has something happening, and they don't have what I call downtime, which means time to sit and relax and not do a whole lot. Downtime. So tell me about this idea of excessive versus balance, and how to think about this in your opinion.
Now, the personal balance is the most important thing. You know that, because all these people, especially Dominic Thiem, lost this way.
Balance.
Yeah, lost the personal balance. My coach learned me, listen to your heart, go inside. All the other things are not important. You are important. And I speak with Dominic, especially by the speech. I'm not your coach. I I support you. I'm only a supporter. And all what you win and what you get, you are the star, you are working, and you must bring the result. This is the target. And then other people are coming and said, no, money is important, this is important, this is important. And if you look to this situation, you see suddenly this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way. He needs more energy for all these things, and he lost the balance.
They take his
Yeah, he lost the balance. And I told all the people for 6 years, Dominic is going the wrong way.
6 years.
Yeah, I'm sitting at home at the TV, and he is coming to the competition, and I said to my wife, please turn out, nothing is possible.
So when were you contacted by the people with team, and how did he find you, and what was the first step that you did with him?
Hi, this is Sifu Slim, author of The Aging Athlete. In this book, you're going to get to hear about two different groups of former high-performance athletes. One group, which is made up of 90% of the former athletes, does not do physical activity on a regular basis and tends to suffer the consequences of a sedentary lifestyle. The other group, which is made up of 10% of the former athletes, is doing physical activity on a regular basis and tends to thrive through the aging process, or at least has a better chance at coping with the aging process. We could have taken these folks to a lab and done all kinds of tests on them. Instead, we slowed them down and sat them down and asked them, in their own words, to describe why they are wired the way they are, so that we all, former athletes and non-athletes, can use some of their inspirational and motivational and mindset lessons in our own lives. I hope you pick up a copy today. You can go to theagingathlete.com, and when you have a chance to read it, I'd love to hear back from you to find out what your thoughts are on the stories of these aging athletes.
Yeah. At first, the people call me under these situations. Excuse me, Sepp, did you have time? Yes. What's going on? If I was 60, I think so. Everything's all right. I make only till I die with my wife holiday. So.
You're okay. You don't need anything more.
No, nothing. I need nothing. Because I was colonel by the army and I finished with 60.
You did
43 years by the army, from 17 till 60. All the time.
43 years in the
I work with people between 1,000 and 3,000 all the years.
What were you doing in the military?
Yeah, I was chief. I was chief by a company, by a battalion, and all these things. And I make sport.
So were you in a desk 5 hours a day in a building?
Normally, I must do that, but not with me. I was every time outside. No, and if I was 60, Günther Resnik called me, I have a little boy, no money, nothing, outside in a small village with 800 people. It's possible that you are looking this guy. No, I was going there to Dominic. I see him.
He was how old?
17 and a half. Yeah, I told what I want to do with Dominic, the parents, and the parents said, everything is not possible because we have only 200 euro per month. And
extra.
Yeah, and this is not possible. We have a second guy, Moritz. It's not possible. And I said, suddenly, I heard in my youth the same, nothing is possible. and we start tomorrow. I was going to him 3 years, all the time, Saturday and Sunday also,
7 days per week?
per week, and we work because I asked him, what do you want? After 1 week, I was looking to him all around what is important for him and all these things. He trained in this time with Gulvis. Ernest Gulvis was number 10 in the world by tennis. This was the most important thing, that he can be good. And yeah, I speak with him and we start 7 days. The most important thing was that I speak with him about his target. He know he is the most important thing by this competition, and not me. I help him
You support.
that he can play in the highest. Also, the goal was, you must train so hard that you can play every day 7 hours by the highest level. Every day,
What is 7? What is 7?
7 hours.
7 hours.
7 hours, because I told him, if you want a player, you can look whatever you want. He's coming tomorrow and you play with him. And he said, yes, my greatest dream with 17 was Nadal. So, okay, you play tomorrow with Nadal. A real hard match. You win in 5 hours. And he said, no, this is not possible. I can't now playing with Nadal between 10 and 15 minutes. All the balls are coming break. This is not possible. I said to him, no, you win. What do you do 2 days later? And he said, I don't know. So, yeah, you must go to the final and play with Djokovic. Really 5 hours later, you win. And you get a call from the ATP. You must come to Tokyo. You play in the second round by the next tournament in 2 days. And he said, this is not possible. I said, and this is the basic, what we do now. We start tomorrow with the training.
So this was your first meeting with him?
Yeah, complete. And so we are coming nearer and nearer, and the most important thing for me is, as a supporter, that I can go in the heart of
Dominique.
my competitor.
Oh, the competitor.
Yeah. And Dominic, right?
Go into the heart.
Yeah, in the heart.
You,
Yeah,
as a supporting coach?
as a supporting coach. The greatest honor for me was 1 or 2 years later. Dominic asked me, everybody asked me, what do you do with me? And I said, I'm not your coach. Tell me, what do you think? What is the name for me to you? Yeah.
What do you call me?
Yeah, what do you call me
What did he say?
for the international press or other things?
What did he say?
And he said, he's thinking and said to me, if it's possible that I can say to you, brother, so okay, this is okay. Brother is okay. We was all the time in the room and double bedroom, and we was all the time. A lot of time. What is now 3 years.
3 years.
And then I get a call from a very rich man. He said he won't support Dominic. In this time that I have spoken, I take nothing. I tell to him, I help you, I don't need money, and everything's all right. And then I get a call. He was very good, number 20 in the world. If we start, he was 670, and 1 year later, 50. So we make nothing wrong. All the time.
Body is responding to
No,
our
body is complete fit. And the only one, he was number 3, and the only one, if I was disappointed, he never said I was not in the team, because after the point that I would tell before, he never said, I want to be the number 1. And from this point of view, it was going down.
That was after you or
After me. This was that I was very disappointed, because he can't be in this time number 1 in the world.
He could have been number 1.
Yeah, because he beat Nadal, he beat Djokovic, he beat all these guys, and he never said, I want to be the number 1.
What about when he was 3 years with you? Did he ever say number 1?
No, in this time he said, I want to be one of the best player in the world. Not? Okay. And yeah, we going a little bit back, return. A guy called me midnight and said, Mr. Resnik, you can tell Dominic Thiem, he had a contract only by factory head, only 5 Schläger,
5
rackets,
contract,
and 2 clothes,
shirts.
2 shirts. That's it. Not for me, nothing. And then I get a call. He told me, I told Mr. Resnik, his coach, tomorrow, that he get the same money as Djokovic in the future. And then I know
It's over.
it's over.
Who told him that? Who talked about the money?
Next day, because I was going on the court, I see what he is doing, what he is making, no? And he's playing with the racket Barbolat. And I said to Günther, we get a call, you know that. I wouldn't speak about money, a lot of money for head, that he played a racket. And Günther said, thank you for the call, because in the morning I called Barbolat and tell him this situation. And Barbolat said to me, whatever he is paying, we pay the double. And so Dominic is playing Barbolat.
In your 3 years' time with him as a brother, what were some of the big breakthroughs where you have a stop and then you get through that stop and you get to a better?
We didn't have a breakthrough.
No breakthrough.
No, because all this situation I have inside, if I see him, I'm looking in his eyes and I say, okay, you give it all, and now it's a break. You can sleep, you can do whatever you want. We didn't work. But if I see the heartbeat is normal, all other things are normal, wake up and we go to work.
The word breakthrough means when you have something stopping you and you get through to a better level.
Yeah?
And another level.
No, we didn't have limits.
No limit.
He win all the time. From this point of view, we win all the time. Because I'm very disappointed from the professionals. If The competition starts, for example, in 2 hours. We are sitting, drink coffee, eat tramezzini, speak with the other guys. And so we make a system. I said, Dominic, here's tennis. And we are going complete to the other direction. You get a special place. And all the time I prepared him complete massage, all other things, complete alone, complete away from the energy of the court.
Get him away.
Complete, wake from all friends, all other things. You are concentrate, because if you lost your game, the game is over. We can go home. Otherwise, we concentrated to all what we have, included all the special things. I have in my pocket all what I need for an operation. And from this time, he was prepared. He is with his head 1.5 hours before in the competition.
Prepared.
In the competition, he's going inside and play, and he is winning.
Visualization before.
Now
the
complete all these things. Nobody was by us. We are looking every day a special place where he looks like that. He's complete alone, and he was 2 hours prepared for the game. And now I'm really disappointed. All these things are complete away. Please, can I have an interview? Please, can I make this? Can I make that? And then he must play in 10 minutes.
He's not prepared.
I think so. I don't know exactly.
So the last night that you slept one bed and him on the other bed, how old was he when that happened? 20?
21.
21.
Yeah.
And what happened between that night and the next day of not being brothers?
Yeah, normally it's hard work, because I love him with my son, as my son, but I'm a soldier. Not? The situation is from one second to the other second, complete another, and you must take it.
What was the reason, in your opinion, that he decided to change that dynamic that you had with him?
I think he knows about all. What's happened, what's wrong, I know this. But we meet us in the last years, never. Because I think he knows exactly what's going on with him. And I'm very disappointed, because all things are going in the wrong direction, cause to get more money, more material, and all these things. I think Dominic team in my time is lost. He's a nice guy all the time, and I trained world champions and other good guys, and they will be normal till 80 years. Looks like Walter Röhrl or Nigel Mansell or all these guys. They didn't have problems with money or all other things. Their focus was all the time that what he had done. They are racer or other things.
You talked a little bit when we were walking here about the first thing you do to look at the new person who's coming to you, and you make a 1-week assessment. You learn about them, you ask them things. And it's not about talent, you said. It's something different. And can you talk about the soul and these things that you're looking for in these people?
For me, it's important that he's a standing tough person. He had goals and targets with international background, not national. By national backgrounds, I do nothing. I said, go to your normal trainer and you will be champion from Austria. But if he is a guy coming, looks like Dominic, I want to be the best in the world, then he get me. He can get me. I told Dominic sometimes, Dominic, if he was nothing, why will be a 180 meter, 80 centimeter great Chinese better than you? An American guy, an England guy. You must learn to work and go to your personal goals. Take the stars all the time as possible, but you must work all the time. But I help you that you didn't make mistakes. And this was our credo.
How about when you look into the person's eyes and you look for what's inside of them and the soul and the mind? How do you do that?
If the character of him must be very well. This is a special word in our world. He must be burned.
Burned.
Burned. He's burning all the time.
Burning.
Burning. I look in his eyes and he's burning all the time. We train very hard with all the experience that we have. I look in his eyes, all other things are gone, but he's burning. He said, give me a chance in 2 hours, I'm coming back. And this all the time, Saturday, Sunday. Because if we start, I said to him, you are a junior. Which day you have free? This is a normal question. And he said, Saturday. And I said to him suddenly, not now. It's finished. We trained Saturday also. And he accepted that because I think the most important thing is you must accept it, the person that's standing for you, that is standing for you. And accept it with all the mistakes that he have and all other things, because in the future you must work. That's it. And the success is coming from alone. Dominic is by the first success going in the newspaper and told me in the plan, nobody is writing about me. He beat, for example, the number 10 in the world, in this time a Russian guy. And nothing is standing in the newspaper. And I said, Dominic, if you win more, this is your goal. If you win more, the newspaper is coming to you, not you to the newspaper. And they are writing, but one of the most important point is in your job, you must win. All other things are not accepted. You mustn't told me why you are lost this game. Mm-hmm. I'm not interested. I want to hear why you didn't win this game. And that is what we are working for, these things. And now I think for him everything's all right. He's only 1% in our country that he can live for.
Comfortably.
Yeah, genau.
How about the soul? You mentioned the soul. You're looking to see.
Yeah, the soul is the most important.
Can you talk a few minutes about this type
Yeah.
of thing? Where did you get this idea?
Every people had a body. This is normal. You can work with him all the time. Everything's all right. But the soul is for me the most important thing from a person. He is coming from nothing. He had no money, no parents, other things, but he's a world champion. And I think discipline is one of the most important thing, and the background is the soul. And for me, everything's to see that if he's burning. We have spoken about that. I look in his eyes and he's burning, and I know all these things are existed.
The passion,
Yeah,
burning,
yeah,
the soul.
yeah.
How about losing the soul? Tell me about what happens when somebody loses the soul.
This is for me.
It's easy to lose the soul, isn't it?
Yes,
In a difficult
yes,
life?
yes. Now it's easy because I see a lot of people, and if they are coming in the way of money, they lost his soul. I see the people here, 5 years later, the same people, but he is a complete another person. And I couldn't speak with him, and so I think if I meet Dominic, he knows what I mean, but I must say I have lost him. Because he hadn't the real soul. If he was a young burning guy in a small village and he want to be one of the best in the world, I think if I meet him now, this is another Dominic.
Who said goodbye? His father, money, Dominique. Who's the influence that pulled that away?
In official, never. This is in this professional sport normal.
You just go and
Yeah.
no goodbye.
It's harder, nothing. It's harder, nothing. Now, for example, now we have a special coach from America, from this, from that. The situation is a complete another situation if the guys have a lot of money. Then you shouldn't never change a winning team. But the father and the mother had in his head, looks like Resnik also, now there's a complete better trainer in America, in China. And he had a complete winning team
Before.
And so, yeah, I was disappointed that he changed his complete team.
So, in America, we call that the grass is always greener over there.
This is very good. This is the situation exactly. And so he must do that. Ne? But now he knew this was the wrong way.
The wrong way.
But now it's too late. Ne?
When he got injured, was he 24 with his wrist? How old was he when he got his wrist injury?
Also 22. Yeah.
Almost ended his career. I saw a video on YouTube where they show the therapy.
Yeah.
I think they did surgery, right?
Yeah.
Cut. And then he did therapy in Austria that looks good. I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Very good. And they work him. They do different types of trainings, this physical therapy tennis person.
Yeah, this physical tennis person is a good way, but it's not much enough.
Not enough.
Nah, you must do that with him if we start it.
At the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning. I think after that accident, everything is possible that he can come back. But the wrong people was by him.
What should they have done differently?
all that we have spoken about. The soul, the eyes, the nature.
Nature.
Complete another way. He must go in the mountains. He must work with the air, with the balance.
Cold water.
You speak from my heart. Not?
Tell me about cold water and how you learned about cold water.
Yeah, I was 30, 40 years all the time outside. I'm living outside with my soldiers. Complete. Not by special troops. You must ask a Navy SEAL, what do you think about cold water? He said, I have cold water all the time. All the time. And this is the wrong way for me, because all the sportsmen are looking
For the magic.
not only, was heißt Erfahrungen? All what we must do in her sport. Other sport, they are not interested. If you want to make Dominic better, a tennis trainer said, you will be better if you make now 100 crossing balls and tomorrow 200 crossing balls. And this is not the right way. I want to have 100 from the quality better balls. Or if you see Alcaraz, everything said to me, "Whoo, Alcaraz," and I ask when he start to train on international level, because by us in Austria, very hard training, very great experience. They start between 17 and 18. And now I think Dominic is now at the end of his Entwicklung.
Career?
No, not career. Training. At the end of his training, and now we start with 17. Looks like erwachsen, a normal human being. Now, I told all these tennis guys, you must think about that you start with 12, 13. From the head and the mind, that the people was going to the success. Because Alcaraz is playing with the best on earth with 18. When he start to train the muscles, or what a normal guy. And athletic, not? Athletic. There's a lot of different figures on the place. You must train that all the time, 1 week, 2 times in a week. Not rackets, nothing. You must make complete other things. Or if he had an accident, this was complete normal by the tennis player. You must go in the water. And for the heartbeat, for the muscles, you trained without problems, vertical problems. Nobody is going in the water.
Tell us about a typical day when he was 18 years old, the training in nature that you did.
He was going to the professional training to his tennis coach in the morning, complete normal. In the morning...
They did a warm-up and stretching?
No, complete looks like a tennis player. In his tennis center, Kuibis is waiting there, and he is playing in the morning 3 hours. Then he make a break after
Where was this?
Südstadt. In the Südstadt. This is a tennis. Yeah, is a special place for the best player in Austria. And then then he was going to eat, not? And then 3 hours in the afternoon.
With you?
No. I not there.
This is before he came to you?
Well, this was normal before, if I was coming. So, and then I think what I can do normal. The tennis coaches said, now it's 17 o'clock, I must go to my family 18 o'clock. We make 1 hour conditions. This is the normal way. I was looking to that, he was completed from the 6 hours before. And I said to him, Dominic, we make it complete another way. Yeah, what's going on? You need a break, a social break also. If you are living so as you do now, you can't go in a store, in a shop, you didn't have friends, you see nothing. You're coming at home at 8 o'clock at the evening. Darkness. In 1 year, you are closed. Everything's all right. Yeah, what can we do? And I said to him, okay, you get from me a great break. You can go with your friends, with your family, you can look TV, and you go to sleep in your room, in your house. Yeah, and what's going on? So okay, at 10 o'clock, I am coming, go in the house, I speak with the parents. I can go inside whenever I want. I wake him up. I said, come on, Dominic, go in my car, and we are going to the military academy with the best conditions.
10 o'clock
Where
at
exists.
night, you picked him up and you
Genau,
drive
10 o'clock.
to a military base.
Genau. For example, yeah, we are running outside in the park from the military academy, 10 kilometers, and we are working till early in the morning. With breaks, for example, if you make sit-ups, normally, for example, geht das so? Yeah, for example, he makes sit-ups 20 Liegestütz, push-up and Kniebeugen, 20 squats. 6 times with breaks, 1 hour. And now he is making 1,000. And then he tell me, Joseph, it's possible that I can get in the future a six-pack. He had a little stomach. And I said to him, you mustn't pay nothing, you get it in 1 month. Yeah, he had it, not in 1 month. Yeah. And so he will be better. Also the first month was extremely hard for him. But
Massage?
no
massage?
No massage. But in the morning he told me the mother is wake up and make him a breakfast. No? And we are coming home at 5 o'clock in the morning and he must stand up at 6 o'clock. Official. No? And he told me, my mother asked me all the time what we have done. And I told him, please, Dominic, don't say nothing to your mother, because otherwise we couldn't train more. Yeah. And this is the day.
Tell me about the nature training with the trees and the logs and moving logs and things.
Yeah, this is a complete normal philosophy.
For rangers?
For my
military?
Yeah, klar. Also I know all about this because I was sport chief by the Rangers, and if you need a weight with 20 kilo, you mustn't go, especially in a room with chrome and other things. We're standing 20 kilo. A 20 kilo tree is a 20 kilo tree, and you can work with him. But nobody see that. If you are going outside by rain, also we trained all the time outside.
Winter, snow,
No, it's
snake.
wurscht. Also sometimes he called me, it's raining. Is today a training? And I said, what's going on? Normal. We are going outside. We are going outside. But for the body, you mustn't pay that. We don't need money. But if you are outside all the time, the body is completely tough. This is not possible in a room. Everything is brand new and white and beautiful hair, and so I wouldn't train there. I go inside and I tell him, for example, now you go 4 kilometers running before the expedition is. Before the competition is starting. No? For example, in Rome, he need nothing. And I said, now you go outside 2 kilometers and 2 kilometers back. I'm waiting. What is 2 kilometers? Where? I couldn't see that. So for your niveau, 1 kilometer is 6 minutes. 12 minutes, and then you turn back and come the same way, return. Kosher, go. And so we train. Complete another. Nobody is learning to run. I couldn't believe that. I said, tell me a warm-up by a tennis player. Make a warm-up. What do you think where he is running? But all the competitors
On a tennis court?
on the tennis court, around the tennis court. I said, what is that? We make warm-up. And with the expander, this is a warm-up for a very important competition. Yeah, today the same. The soccer player also. You have a modern tartan bahn.
They run around the track.
They run around the court with the football shoes. I couldn't believe it.
Tell me about, were you on a hill a lot or a mountain? Where were these trees and these pieces of trees? Were they in a forest?
Not complete outside.
In the village?
Yeah, complete outside.
And you
Saturday and Sunday we are going complete outside. We was going on the mountains 4 hours. He said, this is not bad. And I say, timber, you know timber for the winter? 1 meter. 1 meter. I said, you take it on the shoulder and then we go. You need more, you get more. And then we are going pick up. And I said, this is very, very strong and
very heavy?
dangerous. Not
Going down.
Yeah, going down. And I said to him, look, you need this for his bones, because in tennis you go every time and every day this direction. And so you can train all what you need for the tennis. But Saturday and Sunday looks like holiday, active holiday.
You're in nature Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And did you come back every night to his house?
No, I go with him.
I mean, where did you sleep?
No, he had a room with 5 kvadratmeter, a small house. A dog was outside. No, I take him and I bring it home. And then this was 80 kilometers from here, and I was going every day. He not here.
48 miles.
Yeah.
And you pick him up at 10 in the evening?
Ja, genau. And then we start our training.
And how many hours when he was 20 years old were you doing?
Yeah, 20 years old. All the time.
5 hours per day?
What do you mean?
How many hours were you with him when he was 20
Yeah,
years old?
I was with him all the time. All the time.
When you went
I
to
go.
tennis?
I go to the competition with my car. I take him in the Südstadt and we are going to Italy. And wie heißt er? The German guy, the good German guy. Yeah, he's playing with us all the time. Yeah.
Practicing?
He was 17. Yeah, you need another competitor that you can play before the competition is starting. Né? And he is coming to us, or he's coming 11 o'clock in the evening in the hotel, klopft, and he is coming inside and said, my adductor is completely destroyed, I couldn't play tomorrow, please can you help me? 11 o'clock in the evening. And I told to Dominic, are you playing tomorrow with him, against him? No, come inside. Where are your team? No, they have finished 18 o'clock and they was looking to Rome. They are going to Rome. And so I can see the competitor is not important for all these guys.
What did you do with the German guy who had an adductor problem?
No, I was working with him. I have in my bag all what I need. Looks like a seal.
You press and you,
Yeah,
you
I make.
acupressure.
Yeah, no,
Shiatsu.
I have special things, not so medical things. No? But I have time till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I can work with him. No? And next time he's playing. Wie ist der Name? What's the name of him? Wir sind so drauf.
He's still playing right now?
Ja klar, he's the best player in the world, number 3. No, he is playing in the final by the US Open with Dominic, and he lost it.
The journey
Yeah.
of life. Athletics could be one part of this journey of life. What about for people who are not athletics, who want to have good success, find their soul, find a purpose? I believe that we all need coaches. We all need mentors, uncles, somebody who can do the helping, the supporting, the planning, the telling you, wait on that, don't do that right now, think about that, let's talk. But many people are doing this on their own. Even a man and a woman, they get married and they don't have the guidance. Your grandfather probably had a support system around a family, maybe somebody at the kirche, at the church, maybe somebody in town like his former teacher, somebody. There used to be more support system than we have now, and now we have YouTube, we have going to the psychologist, we have going to the doctor. It's not with us, it's not part of our normal team.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It looks like if you're married, everybody say, yes, I want, and nobody knows what's going on tomorrow. This is the same situation. All what I can say and support to all trainers in the world is following. You, as the coach, and the competitor starts by 0. Complete by 0. And please look a complete another way as all the other guys have done. And then you start to work. Very important is that the coach, the older man, knows what he must to do. And so he can help the competitor. But make not the same as all the other guys. And then you start by 0, and then you must work and take the day all the time and work, work, work. You will be better all the day. I told Dominic, we work so hard that you will be better 1 millimeter per day. And he said, why? What's going on? 1 millimeter. So, Dominic, how many balls you can go to the ball, but you can't beat because you was too short. And he said 15 and 16 balls per match. So, and this is our goal, that you get all these balls, that you can play, not only you come nearby the ball.
Millimeters.
Yeah,
equal
millimeters per day.
Centimeter equal meter.
Yeah, then I told him how many days have a year. And he said 353. And I said to him, for example, 3 meter and 53. I give you more at the end of the year. Yeah, then I can win every game, he said. And with this direction, he wants to work hard every day. But the chance for world class, every people can do that. Every people can do that. But he looks like Tusina. I thought for 4 years he couldn't win a Grand Slam or other things. He's working and working and working and working, and now he had a niveau nobody can beat him.
Sinner from Italy, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have, when I look at him, he doesn't look like a typical athlete. He looks...
No, he's a tennis player. But Sinner is a type, he can, I'm sure, more than play tennis. I have reading he can skiing and all other things. Ne?
He's
Yeah.
coordinated.
Yeah.
He's got coordination skills.
Now, you must look, for example, that I ask a tennis player, a very good tennis player, please, if it's possible that you can make a flick flack and a backside salto.
A backflip.
Yeah, backflip. But I'm a tennis player, this is not possible. And in this way you must work. You must help him. Yeah, and the world is open. Complete open. Everything is possible.
Any, Joseph, any last things you want to share with people about the journey of life and doing the right thing? Because that's also important, but also important is not doing the wrong thing. There's two different sides of performance. Do the right thing and don't do the wrong thing.
Now, what is the right thing? I don't know. But I feel and I see what is the wrong way. The wrong way away, 50% from the success, and then you can start to work with your guy or girl, whatever. But you must see, looks like in this situation, I see the sky. I see the stars, I see our goal. And in this direction, the shortest direction we go. If he's going with me, everything's all right. If he would another person, take another person. Not despair, this is life. So is it.
When do we know when to give of ourselves as the supporter, the coach? When do we know when to give our mind, heart, spirit, time? When do we know to give that?
All the time. So if I was working with a guy, he knows I give all. I give my best and all. If another guy is coming who will be better, he should take him. But in the situation, if I was working with him, he had the feeling and he knows the truth. That's all what I can get from him. All. I'm never coming too late. I'm 1 hour before. If I make this work, This is very important for me. I give all what I have.
100%.
You. I must laugh all the time because in America especially they give 110% of the 20. I have only 100.
I always joke about that. I'm a funny, humorous,
Yeah.
lustig guy, and I always joke about I don't have the extra 10% that they want from me.
Yeah.
I only have 100.
Yeah, this 10% I couldn't find all the time in the world now.
Any last thing you want to share before we say goodbye? Auf Wiedersehen?
Yeah.
Anything you want a final word? Final word?
The life is the most important thing for a human being. Take it. This is the greatest chance for every people in the world. And the most thing that I have felt, the power from all is love. What you do, what you have. That's it. Okay.
Let's get on camera here. So,
Du musst sagen, ich spreche nur ein ganz klein wenig besser Englisch wie du Deutsch.
You did well.
No.
You did very well. So, you were a colonel?
Yeah.
Colonel. So I'm with your retired colonel, and it's been a great experience. I'm Sifu Slim, and you're learning, constantly learning. I think Joseph Sepp would tell us that you're constantly learning, acceptance, but you got to listen to your coach. You got to trust, and the material world is not the fun. It's good to have money for food and a house and a car that works, and you can travel with your significant other, your family, and you can put money back into the community, into the world, and help the ecosystem and all these things. All that's great. But if you put money and the next phone call that you're waiting for is always about money and fame and the TV program and the news and the new model that you met last night at a dinner who's cuter than your wife, none of these things are good. It's not good for the soul. You can make some money, you can do the commercials, yes, but don't be excessive, you elite athletes, with all the material world stuff. There's much more to life. And if you make it till age 78 or 102 and you're in a bed and you're in your last day, your last month, whatever it is, most of those people will tell you that it's the family connections, the heart connections, the soul connections, and doing the right thing. That's what they remember the most. And they regret the time that they went to the dark side and they did the selling out for money and fame and these things that are in the material world. So I'm Sifu Slim. Thumbs up, please like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you in the next video. Aloha.
Aloha ist gut, ja.
The last thing I just heard Joseph talk about was the doping. And I believe the athletes at age 12, age 15, age 18, they do it for love. And then when the companies come in that pay for the team, like US Postal with Lance Armstrong, these companies are there because they want results. And the players, the riders in the Tour de France and all these other sports, they're young men or young women, and they don't have the ability, when everybody else, they've sacrificed 10 or 15 years of their life, and then these companies purchase the team and they fund the team and they're calling the coaches, we want to win. If we don't win, we cut the program off. This is the problem. It's a system that produces Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong already had a big ego because he didn't have a father, and his mother put all this belief into him, and he had a good body and a mind for winning. But along the way, there's a pressure. That's the system, and the individual is usually not stronger than the system. Does that make sense?
All about in one thing is the athlete is not the point of view from doping. Doping is correct, is only the system,
The system is doping.
not the human being. The human being don't know mostly what he has done, but the only thing is, for me, we must think about that all these guys in this sport are involved. All these guys, never the only one. In the system, exactly. But sure, if Lance Armstrong take it, he take it. 10 years later, Jan Ulrich said, I make the same. I make
Yeah,
the same.
they all do.
Marco Pantani is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They all do it. Anybody in the I've been studying the Tour de France for 30 years, and I read a lot of books on the history of the Tour de France. They were always doping. There's one person, and even though I'm American, I'm going to share this. It doesn't have to do with me being American. The only person I believe that won that didn't dope is Greg LeMond.
yeah.
You can
Yeah.
read his story, make your own decision, but his nature is different than Lance Armstrong. He's a different type of a human being.
But this is correct. But I think the wrong way is only the system.
The system.
The people, the most people don't know what they have done. How is the function from all these blood selections and all
Blood
other
selections,
things.
yeah.
All other things. The athlete can do nothing because it's so, as you have spoken about that, the athlete take it, but from which one he get it? And that's the problem. But I think it's not only the cycle sport, this is all other sports. If you know how is the function of this system, everybody can do that. But the most important thing is how he stopped the doping after the training, before the Olympic Games and all other things.
Very scientific.
Ja, hat mich gefreut. Ciao.
Sifu.
Vielleicht in Oahu.
Yeah. Vielleicht in Oahu.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe if I